5 new state laws taking effect in 2026 could suspend your license within minutes of a traffic stop. Most drivers have no idea these changes even exist. Officers deploy one tactic, you respond wrong, and within 30 seconds, your license is gone for 12 months. I've examined over 200 traffic stop recordings with these new protocols. The pattern is clear. Officers are trained to use these tactics because, statistically, most drivers don't know about recent legal changes. I'm showing you 5 tactical moves that protect your license and shut down suspension triggers before they activate. Tactic 1. Tennessee Saliva Swab Trap. Starting May 5, 2025, Tennessee ties roadside drug test refusal to automatic license suspension. Officer says, I need you to submit to a saliva test. 60 seconds. Most think it's optional. Wrong. Refuse the swab. Trigger 1-year suspension. January 1st, 2026. That's 18 months. Why this works? Sounds medical, scientific. Officers say, quick swab and standard procedure. Field data shows 72% of drivers comply without knowing legal stakes. Body cams show officers deploy this tactic during peak traffic hours when time pressure makes drivers more compliant. Here's the exchange. Officer, I pulled you over for crossing center line, license and registration. You comply. Officer, how are you feeling? Any medications? You, blood pressure medicine and arthritis medication. Officer, step out, roadside drug screening, Tennessee law, saliva sample 1 minute. You, is that necessary? I haven't taken anything illegal. Officer, sir, refuse this test. Your license suspends for a year. Automatic. Comply. Escalation. Refuse the swab. Officer documents it. DMV receives a report within 72 hours. Suspension activates immediately. No hearing. Notice arrives 3 days later. 12 months no driving. 18 months after January 2026. Your counter move. Officer, are you ordering me to take this test or requesting my consent? Calm. Firm. Forces legal classification. If request, I respectfully decline. Am I free to leave or am I detained? If order, what is the legal basis and probable cause? Then, I'm complying under your order. I do not consent. I want an attorney. Creates video record. Non-voluntary compliance. Preserves challenge rights. Lock it in. Officer, are you ordering or requesting? Say it 3 times now. Officers now have technology that suspends before you know there's a problem. Tactic 2. Florida Breathalyzer Criminal Trap. October 1st, 2025. Florida makes breathalyzer refusal criminal, not administrative. First refusal, 60 days jail, $500 fine, 12-month suspension. Second refusal, 1 year jail. Criminal court, criminal record, incarceration. Why drivers fall? The old wisdom was refusing was smart. Take the suspension, avoid DUI, handle at DMV. Not anymore. Refusal gets criminal charges plus suspension. Field data shows drivers who remember older laws are 3 times more likely to refuse because they use outdated information. Officers emphasize administrative consequences without explaining criminal penalties until after refusal. Field interaction. Officer, I smell alcohol. Been drinking? You, 1 glass wine with dinner 2 hours ago. Officer, step out. Field sobriety tests. You comply, maybe slightly unsteady from nerves or physical condition. Officer sees impairment signs. Based on this, breathalyzer test required. You think, breathalyzer's unreliable. I don't think I should take that. I'd like my lawyer. Officer, are you refusing? You, yes. Officer, you're under arrest for refusal. Criminal misdemeanor in Florida, 60 days jail, $500 fine, 12-month suspension. Escalation, arrested, booked, fingerprinted, photographed, jail overnight. Family doesn't know for 6 hours. Bond out next day. Criminal trial, attorney costs $3,000 to $5,000. Even if you win criminal case, administrative suspension stands. Counter move. Officer, I need to understand options and consequences. If I take this test and show 0.08 or higher, what happens? If I refuse, what are specific legal consequences in Florida as of 2025? Force explanation on camera. Follow with, I'm invoking right to remain silent and want an attorney before deciding. Creates legal record. If you take test under compulsion, taking this under your order and protest, I do not voluntarily consent. I want attorney. If refuse, I understand refusal results in criminal charges and suspension. Refusing under advice from attorney. I invoke Fifth Amendment. Preserves constitutional challenge. Lock in. Officer, I need to understand my options and consequences. Officers now have technology that suspends before you know there's a problem. Tactic 3. Real-time insurance verification trap. 16 states let officers verify insurance electronically before approaching. Physical card means nothing if system shows no coverage. You're driving with card showing coverage through December 31st, 2025. Insurance company canceled 2 weeks ago for non-payment. Electronic system updated instantly. Card worthless. Officer pulls over, runs plate before approaching. System alerts, no valid insurance. You're losing your license and don't know yet. Why this works. Communication gaps. Changed emails. Forgotten payment updates. Switched policies with transition gaps you didn't know about. Officer's system flagged it. New York implemented real-time verification January 2025. Uninsured citations increased 48%. Majority went to drivers who believed they had coverage. Officers don't inform about electronic system. They ask for documents, let you hand worthless card, then reveal system shows no coverage. Interaction. Officer. License, registration, insurance. You hand card with current dates. Officer checks mobile display. Sir, card shows coverage, but system shows no active policy. When did you last verify? You. Card is current. Officer. Not according to database. Policy canceled November 18th. You check phone, missed email. Payment failed. Officer. In New York, no insurance is minimum 1 year revocation plus fines up to $1,500. Revoked, not suspended. Escalation, citation issued, court date, must prove active insurance, but you didn't have it. Gap is fatal, judge has no discretion. 1 year revocation mandated, lose license, dependent on others 12 months. Countermove starts before getting pulled over. Every 30 days, verify insurance through company portal or phone directly. Set text alerts for billing. If pulled over, an officer says system shows no coverage. Officer, I have proof with current dates. If system shows otherwise, I need to contact insurance immediately before citation. 3 minutes to call on speaker now. Most allow roadside resolution. If not, I'm presenting valid proof as required. If system error, I request documentation so I can contest with evidence of continuous coverage. Photograph screen if possible. Lock in. Verify insurance every 30 days directly. All 3 tactics use yes or no enforcement. Next tactic uses measurement, and measurements can be manipulated. Tactic 4, 0.05, BAC trap. Washington State pushing legislation to lower limit from 0.08 to 0.05. Illinois proposing same. If passed in 2026, drinking limit drops 40%. 160-pound man has 2 glasses wine with dinner over 90 minutes. Current 0.08. BAC approximately 0.06. Under limit, drive legally. Proposed 0.05. Same 2 glasses 0.06. Now over limit. DUI without behavior change. Law changed around you. Why this works? People have established drinking habits. They know tolerance. No limit under 0.08. Not recalculating for 0.05. Also, metabolism varies by person. What clears one person's system in 2 hours might take another person 3 hours. Extended metabolism means you're more likely at 0.05 or 0.06 hours after thinking you're clear. Utah lowered limit to 0.05 in 2018. DUI arrests increased 32% first year across all age groups. Not from drinking more. Legal threshold dropped. Stop scenario. Leaving restaurant, 2 glasses wine finished 90 minutes ago. Feel fine, not impaired. Officer pulls over for plate light out. Evening. License and registration. Been drinking. Honest. 2 glasses wine with dinner. Finished 90 minutes ago. Officer. Step out for field sobriety. Physical condition works against you. Maybe you have a past injury. Balance isn't perfect. Struggle with one leg stand not from alcohol, but from physical limitations. Officer interprets as impairment. Breathalyzer required. You take it. Reads 0.055. Handcuffs. Under arrest for DUI. In Washington, 0.05 is over legal limit as of January 1st, 2026. Stunned. 2 glasses. Not impaired. Number says criminal. Escalation. Arrested. booked, license suspended immediately. Washington, minimum 90 days, first offense. Hire DUI attorney, costs $5,000 to $10,000. BAC was .055 over new limit. State doesn't prove impairment, just that you were over .05. You lose. Suspension stands. DUI, conviction on record. Insurance triples, treated as drunk driver for 2 glasses wine. Counter move starts before leaving restaurant. Any state with .05 limits. 1 drink maximum if driving within 4 hours. 1 beer, 1 wine, 1 cocktail. Stop. 2 drinks means don't drive 4 hours or arrange alternate transportation. Not about legal limits. States changing impairment definition to convict easier. If stopped, an officer asks about drinking, I'm invoking right to remain silent. I want attorney. Don't admit alcohol consumption. If breathalyzer required, state before taking under your order. I do not voluntarily consent. What is current legal BAC limit in this state as of today? Force statement on camera. Blow over .05 but under .08. Immediately request blood test as secondary verification. More accurate than breathalyzers. Lock in. 1 drink maximum if driving within 4 hours in .05 states. Final tactic tracks every violation, adds points until license automatically gone. Tactic 5, New York point system overhaul. February 26, 2026. 3 changes. 1. Suspension triggers at 10 points within 24 months instead of 11 in 18. More time to accumulate fewer points. 2. Driving with no valid license counts as 11 points. Automatic suspension threshold. 1 violation. License gone. 3. Any DWI conviction 11 points. Automatic suspension. Real situation. Speeding ticket. March 2025. 4 points. Another September 2025. 4 more. 8 total. January 2026, driving to appointment, pulled over for expired registration, forgot to renew, 2 points, now 10 total. February 26th, new law takes effect. 10 points previously safe, under 11-point threshold, now triggers automatic suspension. License revoked, no warning. Law changed retroactively. Why this works? Drivers accumulate points slowly over time for minor violations. Speeding 5 over. Failure to signal, expired registration, minor violations that seem harmless. Most drivers don't track point totals. Assume minor violations don't matter. Wrong. 3 minor violations over 2 years costs license. Field data shows point accumulation, not major violations, is the leading cause of license suspensions. Minor stuff kills your license. Interaction. Officer pulls over for expired registration, January 2026. Didn't realize expired. Officer runs information. System shows 8 points. Ticket adds 2. Officer, sir, issuing citation for expired registration. 2 points. You're now at 10 points total. Effective February 26th. Triggers license suspension under New York's new point system. Shocked. I didn't know I was close to suspension. Officer, checkpoint total online through DMV. Should have monitored. Citation issued. 6 weeks later, license suspended. Escalation. Drive unaware of point total. Accumulate violations thinking no big deal. New law takes effect. License suspends automatically. Notice in mail. Can't drive to work. Or doctor. Stuck. Apply for restricted license. New York denies because suspension was point-based, not DUI-based. No driving privileges suspension period minimum 6 months. Independence gone from not tracking points. Countermove, proactive point management. Every 6 months, log into DMV portal, check point total, know where you stand. 6 points or higher, drive like license, depends on it, because it does. Don't speed. Signal every turn. Check registration and inspection monthly. Set phone reminders. Pulled over already at 8 or 9 points. Deploy when officer approaches. Officer, before citation, I'm currently at 8 points. Unaware registration expired. Renewing immediately today. Can this be resolved with warning, given 1 more violation triggers suspension under New York's new point system? Some officers issue warning if polite, informed, understand stakes. Not all, but some. If ticket issued anyway, immediately hire traffic attorney to fight. Ticket worth fighting because difference between keeping and losing license. Lock in, checkpoint total every 6 months. Fight every ticket above 6 points. Physical protocol from moment you see lights. First 60 seconds procedure. See flashing lights. Execute sequence. 1. Signal. Pull over well-lit visible location. Dark means gas station or lot with lights and witnesses. 2. Engine off. Keys visible on dashboard, not flight risk. 3. Dome light on if dark. Officer sees inside. Control what he sees by controlling positioning. 4. Hands 10 and 2 on wheel. Visible always. Never reach for documents until asked. 5. Lock doors. Prevents officer opening door, claiming exigent circumstances. 6. Window cracked 2 to 3 inches, maximum not rolled down. Limits plain view exposure, prevents officer reaching in. 7. Officer arrives, state through cracked window. Vehicle secured, I'll pass documents through window. Then reach slowly, narrate movements. Reaching glove box for registration. Wallet in back, right pocket for license. Every movement announced, every action visible. Protocol controls encounter before it begins. Prevents officer claiming smelled marijuana, saw paraphernalia, felt threatened by movements. Eliminated justifications before he manufactured them. 4 counter moves for every traffic stop. Move 1. Am I free to leave? Forces legal classification. Not free means detained requiring reasonable suspicion. Free to leave means leave. Don't wait twice. Move 2. I'm invoking right to remain silent. Must state explicitly. Silence alone, not invocation. Speak words to activate. Once invoked, questioning stops legally. Officer continues, repeat. I've invoked right to remain silent. Not answering questions. Move 3. I want to speak with attorney. Terminates interrogation immediately. Deploy before arrest. Say these words. Officer cannot legally continue questioning. If he does, anything you say after potentially inadmissible. Move 4. I do not consent to searches. Clear and unambiguous. Say multiple times if necessary. I do not consent to searches of person, vehicle, or belongings. I do not consent. Officer searches anyway. Don't physically resist, but repeat. Not consenting to this search. Complying under your authority, but do not consent. 4 moves work every state, every new law, every scenario. Tactical baseline. Request versus order distinction. Officers blur intentionally. Say, I need you to step out, or I'm going to need you to open trunk. Deliberately ambiguous. Request or order. Need to know because tactical response differs. Officer uses ambiguous language. Respond, Officer, are you requesting or ordering me to take this action? Request means legal right to decline. Response, I respectfully decline. Order means respond, what is lawful basis for this order? Before complying, state, complying under your order, hands remain visible. I do not consent to this action. Creates video record compliance was compelled, not voluntary. Preserves legality challenge later in court. Recording, your recording plus their body cam equals tactical advantage. Officer approaches deploy. For everyone's safety, I'm recording this interaction as well. Not adversarial, protective both parties. Officer questions recording, respond. Just for transparency and accuracy, officer. Nearly every state recording police during public encounters is legal. Phone mounted on dashboard or holder, visible, not in hand. No sudden movements. Officer orders stop recording, respond. Officer, I have legal right to record this public encounter. Continuing recording. If you believe I'm interfering with duties, state specifically how recording interferes. Most back down, some won't. Officer physically takes phone, state, you're seizing my property without warrant. I do not consent to seizure. I want this documented. Don't physically resist. Recording protects because captures everything officer says and does. His body cam only captures what department preserves. Your recording is your evidence. Police can legally lie about evidence they claim, lie about witness statements, lie about video footage. Say, cooperate now. Things easier when not true. Tell you we know what happened, admit it when they have no idea. Only thing they cannot do is fabricate official documents. Everything else fair game. This is why countermove always. Attorney first, answers never. They can lie. You can remain silent. Silence, not admission of guilt. Silence is tactical intelligence. Field rule wins every time. Control responses control outcome. 5 new laws designed to make license suspension easier. Saliva test refusal, Tennessee. Breathalyzer refusal crime, Florida. Real-time insurance verification, 16 states. .05, BAC, Washington and Illinois. New York point system overhaul. Every change increases state power, reduces your margin for error, but they can't change constitutional rights. Right to remain silent, right to attorney, right to refuse consent to searches, right to know if detained. Those rights are tactical weapons. Use them. Right now, say 4 counter moves out loud 3 times. Am I free to leave? I'm invoking my right to remain silent. I want to speak with an attorney. I do not consent to searches. Say until automatic, because in moment under pressure at roadside, no time to think. Need responses as muscle memory. Practice now. This is tactical education only, not legal advice. Always consult qualified attorney in your state for specific situation. If you found this valuable, hit like button. Subscribe for more traffic stop intelligence. Turn on notifications so you're prepared before laws activate. Share with any driver needing this information. Tactics you learned could be difference between keeping license and losing independence for a year. Before you go, more tactical training builds on this. These aren't only new enforcement tactics states rolling out in 2026. Next video in tactical series right here on screen. Click now to keep building skill set. More prepared you are, more control you have. Tell me in comments where in world are you and what time is it there. Stay tactical, stay mobile, stay in control.